Right, so we're back with some mods. So the first one we've got in front of us today is Brick Shed. This is by 750 Ti Modding and Michael LS, 10.66 megabyte on the download. You're going to find it in the construction menu and under buildings and sheds, as you can well imagine. 25 grand to place down. Job's a good one. We'll come over here, open up that door like that. Open up that one, and that one, and that one. Dear oh dear. And then once they're all open, you come inside. Got a bit of a drive-through option on the big doors there. And you've also got this door at this end. Open up that one as well. Plenty of openings. And we've got a light switch here. B, turn the lights on. I do like that. Nice weathered look on the doors. Nice framework to the roof as well. That's an alright shed, that is. Very nice. And next up, you've got Urea Production. This is by Zoldazok, 2.37 megabyte on the download. You're going to find this in a couple of different places. So first one is in the construction menu and under productions and factories. So we'll scroll along to find that one. There we are, 85 grand placed down. Obviously, this is going to take in slurry and going to make urea. Fair enough. We'll then come up to buildings and then silos. And we'll scroll all the way along to the end because that's where it's hanging out. There you are, 10 grand to place down. That's going to hold 10 million litres, and that's this one here. But it's one of those buy-inable silos as well. So obviously you can't put stuff in, you just buy it in, but 10 million litre capacity, that's alright. So you'll take out your done product, your urea from there. You then load in your slurry at that point. And obviously on the silo you've got your buy-inable point there. 10 million litres or 1, whichever you want to go for. Although 10 million going in, 9.3 million cost. Obviously take out at that point. Nice little sign there for you. Come over here, got your production chain menu, so slurry going in and urea coming out. So 100 slurry, 10 urea, fair enough. And we'll come around the back here and we've got the usual Zodelzoct electric box, that's what I'm going to call it. So you've got show information panel. Fair enough. You then got the show trigger markers, that'll be around the front, show warning stripes, again around the front, and then turn the lights on. Where's the lights? Are they going to be around the front as well? Oh yeah, they are, lights in between the two silos on that. So you got your hatch marking area now showing, and then also the trigger points there. That's alright, that is, although saying that, it's got in there, out in the middle, and then in again. Alright, fair enough. And also part of this pack, obviously if you're going to be making that urea, you need something to transport it in. So you've got these two modded versions. So you've got the MKS8 and then the MKS32, but they're a little bit different as well. Because obviously the MKS8, this one starts off 8,000 litre capacity. You can then change that to 25,000, 50,000. Oh, that's ace. And you've got the main colour, stainless steel, chrome. Oh, obviously. And rim colour obviously does the rims. The big one, the MKS 32. So it starts off 32,000 litre capacity, 50,000, 100 or 150,000 litre capacity. Oh, that's ace. Again, same colours as the smaller one, but that's brilliant. All like that. I mean, something different. I mean, urea, not really used in the game so far, but you never know. With Zodelzoc, they do tend to link all their production chains up. So, yeah, looking forward to that one. Right, next up is Concrete Fence PO2. This is by Jarvis1, 1.81 megabyte on the download. You're going to find it in the construction menu and under decorations and fences. So we'll scroll along to find it. There you are, 500 to place down for each section. Obviously, you just drag it out like you would normally do with a fence to however long you want it. Fair enough. Be nicely detailed on the front there. Got that. I don't even know what that shape's called, to be fair, because it's like a pyramid, but not a complete triangle, like a rooftop on the side. Anyway, you know what I mean. You need a little fence, concrete fence, people can't see through it. Very nice. Right, next up is Bakery. This is by Fudso, 10.09 megabyte on the download. You're going to find this in the construction menu and under productions and factories. So we'll scroll along to find that one. There you are, 30 grand to place down. Obviously it's going to do your usual bakery shenanigans. So you've got your production chain menu just up there. So your flour, sugar, milk, eggs, butter and strawberry. Obviously going to do your bread and your cakes. Then we'll come back down the steps. Got your loading in point there. Come round the back There's your pallet spawn point. I like the style of this one. New look building. Something different. Yeah, very nice. Right, next up is Silos 500 pack. This is by Red Star, 26.73 megabyte on the download. You're going to find these in the construction menu and under buildings and silos for the first 3. So we'll scroll along till we find them. There we are. So we've got the first one there, 95 grand to place down. That's going to hold 500,000 litres. We then come across to the second one, 150 grand to buy, hold 1,000,000 litres. Then we come across to the third one there, 250 grand to buy, 2,000,000 litres. Now the last one on the end is actually under extensions. It's going to cost you 75 grand and that's going to hold 100,000 litres. Now these are ace, because if you come up to this exclamation point there you are, option B, remove the tarpaulin. Oh, that's ace. When you got it on the 2 smaller ones, it's not on the big one, because the big one is a drive-through sort of shenanigans on the go, but I do like that. Having the tarpaulin coming over just to stop the water getting in your silo. That is very nice. Right, next up is Irish Round Shed. This is by Sully, 18.65 megabyte on the download. You're going to find this in the construction menu and under buildings and sheds. 10.5 grand to place down. Obviously, it's a shed. Round roof, as the name would suggest. You've got the brickwork along the bottom, and then you've got the corrugated steel. Was it aluminium? Potentially. Along the top of the roof. Nice detail though. The framework as well. You're not going to house something massive in there, mind you, but if you're going to store some bales or some pallets under there, yeah, very nice. Right, next up is Farmhouse. This is by Barney, 14.05 megabyte on the download. You're going to find this in the construction menu and under buildings and farmhouses. As the name would suggest, 20 grand to place down. This looks really nice. I mean, I like the balconies on the top and then the satellite dish as well. You can't go inside it. It is just a sleep trigger on the front doorstep there. But the look of it though, I mean the detail on the brickwork, that is wow nice. I mean, it sort of reminds me of like a old French house to be fair, but I do like that. That is very nice. Right, next up is Old Grain Storage. This is by KO3Y, 14.13 megabyte on the download. You're going to find these two in the construction menu and under buildings and sheds. So the 2 versions you got there, you got Old Grain Storage A, 20.5 grand to buy. You then come across to the second one, which is Old Grain Storage B, and the difference between the two, apart from having 2 grand extra on the price tag, is B has got extra doors. Fair enough. So we'll come into it like that. With these doors, you've got to open up both individually. Pack your trailer in. Dump your stuff. Obviously, it's a grain storage. And we'll come across to the B version. Again, open up both doors like that. If you went for this one, you've got the doors down the bottom. Open up that one. Open up that one. Job's a good one. No lights inside. It is just for storing grain. Fair enough. Don't need lights for that. Yeah, very nice. Right, next up is Pack of Fences. This is by Fudzo, 16.26 megabyte on the download, and we've got a few different versions for this. So if we go into the construction menu and under decorations and fences, we'll scroll along till we get to the first one. There you are. So they're all going to be 100 each. The first one is like a brick fence, so more of a wall. We then got the second one there, which has got brick pillars, and then I'd imagine they're wooden slats. Then we've got the third one, which is a different colour brick wall. Then you've got the fourth one, which got the brick pillars and then the raw iron centres. Then the next one is they're like concrete gravel boards really though, aren't they? With the posts. Following on from that, we've got brick pillars again with more wooden slats, obviously different design. We then come on to this one, we've got a different brick design again. And then the last one, we've got this one here, which is the brickwork with the smaller raw iron fence at the top. I like them. Well nice. I mean, especially like this one with the pillars and the metalwork in between. I like that one at the end. Yeah, you need some fencing. I'd go for this one. Very nice. Right, next up is Small Wooden Chicken Coop with Enclosure. This is by Fred Fracasses, if I hope I pronounced that correctly. 10.14 megabyte on the download. You're going to find it in the construction menu and under animals and chickens, as you can well imagine. 2 grand to place down. Obviously, this is somewhere for your chickens to go. Now, in here, you can open up the gate like that. You've got your animal dialogue box just there like that. So 25 chickens in there. Obviously your feed goes into that bit there. We'll come out, we'll shut the gate behind us. We don't want them running off. All my little KFC bargain buckets running around. And you've got your egg pallet spawn point there. Yeah, that's alright, that is. I mean, also as well, it's classed as a coop, so you don't need to put water in. Oh, that's alright. Very nice. Right, next up is Shop. This is by LS Design, 3.21 megabyte on the download. You're going to find it in the construction menu and under productions and sell points. So there it is, grand to place down. You're going to be able to sell sugar, grape juice, milk, olive oil, eggs, canola oil, sunflower oil, honey, grapes, potatoes, cheese, wheat. I've lost track of milk, so going past flour, corn, barley, sunflower, lettuce, canola, tomatoes, strawberry, cake, bread, butter, wheat, then back with cheese and potatoes. So you can sell a fair amount with this, and that's all right. I mean, it's only a little like garden shed, but fair enough. When you come up to it as well, you can open up the door just like that. Go inside. You can't pick up any of these pallets, but you come indoors like that, spin around, shut the door behind you, or keep out the rain. Dear, oh dear. Or even just hide away from the missus when she's trying to get hold of you because you've done something wrong. Fair enough. Oh, I like that. Very nice. Right, next up is Modern Garage. This is by 750 Ti Modding and Michael LS. 15.56 megabyte on the download. You're going to find this in the construction menu and under buildings and sheds. So 40 grand to place down. And this is ace. Because we'll come down this end. We'll start down here first. Got this door that opens here. Oh, I've left it open. Dear, oh dear. Left my front door open. Someone's going to come in and deal. What's going on there? Why is that not opening? Ah, there we are. That's better. Someone's going to steal all my cakes off the table. Little kitchen area for you. And we'll come out of there. We'll go into this one like that. Oh, behind this door. Light switch. Dear, oh dear. Right, so we'll come back out of that one. In it, a little bit of storage. Obviously, you're not going to get any vehicles in here, mind you, but if you want to do some handballing, some pallets or whatever, light switch there for you. And we'll come back out of that, and then we'll go into this one. Open up that gate. A bit bigger than the previous one. You might be able to get a small vehicle in here, like a pickup truck or a small tractor. Light switch behind the door there. And we come round here. We've got this door that opens up like that. And then we'll come round, you've got the light switch on the left hand side there. Got these doors that open up like that. Fair enough. Then once you're in here, got a little bit of a section up there. Right, so let's get this ladder, let's go up there. Pick that up. Yeah, gonna go see what's up. I've got to place this down really badly. Oh, that should work. Right, let's go. Up there. Got a little loft. Oh, you've even got a light switch here. Turn the lights on. See what you're doing. You can put bales up here or something that you can lift up. Oh, I like that. That is a nice garage. Yeah, very nice. Right, next up is this. Yeah, we're not missing anything. This is Field Silo by Team LTW. 0.41 megabyte on the download. You're going to find these 6, because there's 6 of them, in the construction menu and under buildings and silos. So we'll scroll along to get to the first one. There we go. So we've got 5,100. That's going to give you an 8x30 with a dirt bottom. Then you've got the second one, which is a 12x46 with a dirt bottom. Then got the 34x30 with a dirt bottom. Then got the 8x30 with a concrete bottom. 14x46 with a concrete. And then 34x30 with a concrete bottom. Obviously, there's silos. You bring your stuff in, you bring your chaff in. There you are. Compacting 0, chaff level 0. Obviously, we've got nothing in it. Then once it's all full, put the blanket over the top. Let it all ferment. You don't need the bunker or nothing. Yeah, I mean, this one, though. These big ones, big square ones, they're really interesting. You should be able to get loads in that. Oh, very nice. Right, next is the MX pack. This is by Hard Modding, NicoPix and Universe Simu Modding. Now, there is 22 parts to this pack. Yeah, I know. There's loads. And you're going to find them in 3 different places. So obviously you've got the first lot, which is going to be front loaders. We then got front loader tools and then weights. So the first one we got there is the A110. obviously a front loader, 100 horsepower requirement from the tractor, 5,300 to buy. Then got the options. You can have Mach 2, no or yes. I'll put that there on the front. It's got a little, looks like a little motor. All right, fair enough. Then you've got implement carrier, MX manual, Euro manual, or MX manual. So obviously the MX manual is going to go with the MX pack. Fair enough. So we come out of that and we go into the U410. So again, 100 horsepower requirement from your tractor, 6,880 to buy. The Mach 2 option again on the front there. Then you've got 4 function, no or yes. Puts another little section there. Oh, that's interesting. Then you've got implement carrier again, MX manual or MX fast lock, Euro manual or Euro fast lock. Back to MX manual. Change the main color. You go for whichever one you want. Dear, oh dear. We go on to the T410. Again, Mach option, well, Mach 2 option, 4 function. That's got to be extras for the implements. All right, carry on. MX manual, fast lock, Euro manual, and fast lock. Change the color again. You go for whichever one you want. Then we'll come on to the actual implements itself. So the first one is going to be a silage fork, 960 litre capacity, 2,200 to buy. You then got the options there. So this is where it's all going to hook up, I'd imagine, to the back of the other ones, to the front loader. Mach 2, yes or no. So if you got that attacher on your front loader, you're going to want that attacher on the implement that you're putting on. Then again, down to attacher type, MX, Euro, or MX. Fair enough. Main colour, again, match it up with your front loader. Oh, that's bright. Then we go on to the next one, another fork, although to be fair, that's it's going to do all those sort of things, but loose stuff like crops would just fall through the teeth. All right, interesting. 965 litre capacity, 3,130. You then got side cover plates, no or yes. That should help with picking up looser material. Again, you got the Mach 2 coupler, yes or no. And then MX attacher or Euro, main colour, as before. Fair enough. We then got another bucket. So 1,160 litre capacity on this one. It's got the same options as the previous one. Obviously, a little bit bigger. Fair enough. We then got another bucket. Again, a bit bigger, 1,655 litres. Same options as the previous two. 5,295 to buy. Then got onto a standard, as you'd imagine, as what I'm going to call a standard bucket. So the MX Brew 200. It's an MX Brew. That just sounds like a cup of tea. But all right, 1,240 to buy, 840 litre capacity. The only options are the attacher on the back and then change the main colour. And we'll move on to the next one. So this has got a 875 litre capacity. Same options as before, 1,580 to buy. Then move on to the next one, which has got a 2,395 litre capacity. Same options as before, but obviously just a bigger bucket, 3,410 to buy. We'll move on to this one, which is Ace. I like this, specifically designed for silage work, handling and feeding all types of forage or different feedstuffs, because this looks brilliant. It really does. I mean, you've got that screw feed in the side there. So obviously what this is going to be for is just chewing up stuff, mixing up stuff. That's Ace. So you've got the option there, Mach 2 attacher, yes or no. Then you've got grab fixed tines, hydraulic silage grab, mobile rotor or fixed tines. Then wearing counterblade, no or yes. Puts that on the bottom there. You've got agitators, no or yes. Puts those in there like that. That looks Ace. And attacher type, same as the others. And then main colour, you pick whichever one you want. But that looks Ace. Pick up your stuff, mix it all up. Oh, I like that. Then we'll come on to the next one, which is going to be a bigger version. So this has got a 2,000 litre capacity, although that requires 75 horsepower. What did the first one require? Doesn't give a power requirement, to be fair. It's got the same capacity. All right, fair enough. Same options as previously. Just got the requirement. Very strange. Oh, I see. It's for a 3-point attachment. Yes, that's just going to go straight in the front of your tractor. Where the other one is needing the front loader. Ah, I've got you now. Fair enough. Right, we'll move on. We then come to a pallet fork, the TR2500. The only options you got there are the attacher on the back and then main colour. You go for whichever one you want. 1470 to buy. We'll then move on to the bale spike, manual L40. Manual, that's ace. 475 to buy. Again, same options as the previous versions. Then we'll come on to the round bale grab, 1840 to buy. You've got the Mach 2 options on the connector, and then attacher type Euro or MX, and then main color obviously does the main frame, and then the grab color obviously does the grabs, as the name would suggest. Then we'll come on to the next one, which is going to be another version, although to be fair, it weighs a bit more, so you can be able to do bigger bales with it. So fair enough, 2,480 to buy as standard, although it's got £180 option, but nothing on the options menu. Fair enough, same options as before, Mach 2 attacher type, changing the colours. We'll then come on to the next one, which is ace, because this is brilliant. So it starts off with this 2,150 wrap bale kit, no or yes. So you could put the grabs on. You got the spikes there as well. That is ace. And then obviously the same options as the other ones. So you could grab it like that and then just spike it as well. Oh, I like that. Very nice. Move on to the next one. So this is a standard bale fork grab sort of thing. Usual shenanigans, Mach 2 options, yes or no. 30cm height extension kit, no or yes. Then you got the extra one there with grab extension kit 2 tines. So you have the extension, or you can have the tine extension as well. And you got the same options as before. You also got lowering tine kit at the bottom. 3, 4, 5, or no. That, with that, you're going to grab some bales with that. That is ace. And obviously main colour, that's going to do your main frame, but that looks ace. So we'll move on to the next one, which is going to be an even bigger version. That is ace. Oh, I think that's brilliant. How many bales you'll be able to get with that? That is awesome. We'll move on to an even bigger one. Oh dear, that is awesome. I mean, you're going to get like what, 5 high with that? That is ace bale grab. Oh, brilliant. So we move on to the weight. So the first one is the multi-mass 600. So we've got a 600 kilo weight, as the name would suggest, 1,390 to buy. The options you got there are bumper, no, 2.45 meter bumper, 2.65, or no. And you got deco, no, or yes. Puts that little, what's that? It's a chainsaw. I thought it was like a pump or something. All right, fair enough. Then you got 3-point, yes, or no. So if it's not a 3-point, then how would it attach to your tractor? All right, fair enough. Main colour, obviously the main colour. Design colour, we've got for red. Does he attach a point? Then we'll come to the next one, the 900. It's going to be the same options as previously, but obviously with a 900 weight, 1,690 to buy as standard. And we'll come to the next one, which is the multi-mass 1200. As you would imagine, 1.2 ton, 1,200 kilo weight, 2,190 to buy, options as before. And then we'll come on to the next one, which is the 1,500. And as you can imagine with that one, it's going to be 1,500 kilo weight, 2.5 grand to buy, same options as before. Then we'll come on to the multi-bumper again. So this is a little bit different. So 200 kilo front weight, 2 grand. Then you've got the bumper as standard, 2.45, 2.65, 2.85, or back to 2.5. Then you've got the deco. Where's the deco? Where's it hiding? There's something underneath. All right, fair enough. And then change the main colour. We've got the yellow, changes the main body. Then we'll change the next one to red, changes the bits in between, the cock. All right, fair enough. Then we'll come on to the multi-mass 400 AD. Main colour is the only option, so we'll change that up like that. So 460 kilo on the weight. That's a little different. Fair enough. Then we'll come on to the last one, the multi-box. which is ace. Interior decorations, no or yes. So you want to facilitate having some stuff in there like that. And then main colour changes like that. Yeah, that's a nice little pack, that is. Very nice. Right, next up is the FarmTech Colossus 1550. This is by Maxter, 11.59 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find this under slurry tankers. 15,500 litre capacity, 165 horsepower requirement from your tractor, 15 metre working width, 9 mile an hour working speed, 59 grand as standard from the main shop with the drag hose already attached. So that does add an extra 18 grand. So it's 59 grand as standard with nothing on the back. Fair enough. You then got the usual shenanigans with the wheel brands and the tyres. You then got sticker. So sticker big, sticker small, or big. Then under-ride protection, no or yes. Puts that little bumper at the back. Then obviously you've got the distribution system. So you've got swivel distributor or the drag hose. Obviously 18 grand extra. And if you've got the precision farming DLC, obviously you've got the option for the manure sensor. Fair enough. Rim colours. Oh, let's go for a bit of chrome. Yes. Well, that's all right, though. I mean, 18 grand extra for the drag hoses, but they come as standard when you first go into it from the shop. All right, just bear that in mind, but very nice. All right, next up is the New Holland VariFeed 30. This is by STV Modding, 6.68 megabyte on the download. You're going to find it under Harvester headers. So it's got a 9.2 meter working width, 6 mile an hour working speed, 48 grand. The only thing you can change is the side stickers. So you've got standard, which are blue, or you can have black. That's your only options. 9.2 meter header. Very nice. Right, next up is the International 37. This is by Adams Kong, 5.48 megabyte on the download. You're going to find it under Disc Harrows. Now, this requires 25 horsepower from your tractor. 3 meter. 3 meter working width. Dear oh dear. 11 mile an hour working speed. 3 grand to buy. The only option you got is to change the main colour red, or red. Although that's a metallic red. Chrome red even. Oh, that looks all right. Look at that glistening in the shop lights. Oh, I think I may have to overlook the 3 meter now with that paint job. Ace. Anyway, 3 meter. Dear oh dear. Right, next up is the Lizard HFP23. This is by Dutch Modding Incorporated, 1.23 megabyte on the download. You're going to find this under the animal section. So it's got a 2 meter working width. But before we all go wild on the 3 meters shenanigans, this is supposed to be for pushing feed back into a trough. So when you have cows or pigs or sheep or whatever, they're a bit messy when they eat. They chop food everywhere. This is for pushing it all back into the trough. Well, to be fair, we don't really have that problem on 22 like we did in 19, but all right. Yeah, well, fair enough. We'll carry on. 1,180 to buy. Well, it's got a £900 optional extra, which is the colours, but the galvanised is the only one. That's the cheapest. All right, fair enough. So it's not. It's 2,080 to buy. The option you got there are capacity, so 200. 250, so this is the width rather than the capacity. Fair enough. 3 meter or 2 meter. Then you got the attacher type there, telehandler, front loader, wheel loader, skid steer loader, or back to telehandler. Now you want to facilitate cleaning up after your animals? Yeah, get this on the go. Right, next up is the B32D. This is by Holtz FS, 4.94 megabyte on the download, and it just squeezes past the 3 meter because it's a 3.4. Narrowly misses the warning. Dear oh dear. 70 horsepower requirement from your tractor, 9 mile an hour working speed, 3.5 grand to buy. The only option you've got there is to change the main colour, which is going to do the top frame. I mean, it's 3.4 though. Yeah, it scrapes past the warning, but it's still tiny. Alright, we'll carry on. Right, next up is the Shoma TST pack. This is by Vertex Design, 60.57 megabyte on the download. You're going to find the 2 tankers on the slurry tankers, and then the dolly, as you can imagine, on the dollies. So obviously these two are basically the same. The only difference is one's a bumper pull, so you'd hook that up to your tractor, and the other one would go onto a truck or lorry, depending on what you want to call them. So if we go into there, they've got the same capacities, same options, obviously just different attachers. Fair enough. 26,000 litre capacity, 75 grand on this one. Got the usual shenanigans with the wheel brands and the tyres. Then come down to fill arm, none. Fill arm top, fill arm side. There you are. Both fill arms or none. And you got fender, standard, default narrow, default wide, road, road narrow, road wide, agricultural, agricultural narrow, agricultural wide, or back to standard. And you got reflectors, no, round the back there, or no. And you got logo, so new, old, or new. And you got design, black, green, or black. Fair enough. Rim colour, silver, chrome, white, or black. Obviously, we're going to go for the chrome. Yeah, fair enough. Obviously, you got the same options on the tractor pulling version, so you go for whichever one you want. To be honest, me personally, that's got that swivel axle on the front. I'll probably go with the truck version. All right, fair enough. And then we've got the dolly there. So 9,000 to buy, and it's got a 250 option there, but you can't turn that off, which is all right. So 9,250 to buy. Usual shenanigans with the wheel bands and the tires. And you got fender, road, road narrow, road wide, agricultural, agricultural narrow, agricultural wide, or standard. So obviously you just match it up to the main tanker, and then rim colour same as before. That's a nice set of trailers, that is. Right, next up is rear platform. This is by Gian FS, 5.07 megabyte on the download. You're going to find this under miscellaneous. So 1,400 to buy. The options you got there are configuration, no, design 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or no. And then you got the main colour option. Any one of those changes the frame. So what you do with this is hook it up to your 3-point on your tractor. You got a little trailer bed, whatever you want to call it. Put some pallets on there, put some bags of seed or whatever. Little transportation for the back of your tractor. Or you could even have it on the front if you wanted to. It's a 3-point attachment. That's all right. Very nice. All right, next up is the Lizard Agri 5M. This is by Holt FS, 3.47 megabyte on the download. You're going to find this under miscellaneous. Now, there's something a bit strange about this, because if we come back out of there, it says there it is used from the harvest to lodge the straw and preventing regrowth, thus helping to decompose more quickly the cultural remains of the plant. Now, for me, that would be classed as a mulcher. Why is it not under the mulcher category? Why is it under miscellaneous? What's the big mystery about? Anyway, 100 horsepower requirement from your tractor, 5 meter working width, 9 mile an hour working speed, 8.5 grand to buy. There is no options. Looks all right though. Very nice. Right, next up is the Pottinger Impress 200 VC Pro Multi-Baler. This is by Caster DS Agrar Service, 43.86 megabyte on the download. And you're going to find this under balers. This is brilliant. 250 horsepower requirement from your tractor, 10 mile an hour working speed. It's going to do round bales, 125 to 180 centimetre, 120 grand to buy. It's a baler and wrapper, but you've got that bit at the front. So if you used some sort of forage wagon, yeah, you could shoot that into the top of there and then bale at the same time. Oh, that's all right. That's all right indeed. I mean, even like one of the pickups you can put on the front of your tractor, you could be able to do it all with one go with this. That's ace. Usual shenanigans with the wheel brands and the tyres. And you've got foil colour, for whichever one you want, like that. Then we've got design. Obviously, you change the colour, change the framework to the whole thing, and then design colour again. So we'll go for that. Changes the rest of it. I like that. That is very nice. All right, next up is the Lizard RM PTO. This is by Vanquish 081, 3.06 megabyte on the download. You're going to find this under miscellaneous. Now, this requires 405 horsepower from your tractor, but it doesn't, as far as I can see. That provides 405 horsepower from your tractor because this is a PTO. Yeah. So it's got a 240 litre diesel tank on it, 4.5 grand to buy. The options you got there are configuration standard. You can have extensions, that takes it up to 480 litres for diesel. You can then have it as a methane version, 360 kilo, or back to standard. Then you've got chassis colour, Obviously, you go for whichever one you want. Changes the chassis. Cover colour, obviously does the cover like that. Extension cover, if we had it on, there you are. We'll change that extension cover like that. And then rim colour, obviously does the rims. Now, obviously, this is a trailer hitch on the back there. So you put it behind a pickup truck and then you hook something up with a PTO on it. Like we've got here. Dear oh dear, we've got the TLX 9000 with its trailer hitch hooked up to this PTO with a baler on the back. Why wouldn't you want to do that? Dear oh dear. Right, what's going on? Let's start this engine. There we are. Right, so let's unfold it. Oh, get it on the right one. Unfold. Jobs are good. And so once that's all unfolded, and then start it up, and then we can be bailing with a TLX 9000. Excellent. Oh dear, why wouldn't you want to bail with a truck? I mean, it's still going at what, 12-13 mile an hour, so a lot lower than its top speed of 158, but still we're bailing with a truck. Oh, I like that. I mean, yeah, it's a little bit silly, probably not used it for what it's supposed to be used for, mind you, but you know, we like to do little strange things now and again. Oh, I do like that. Very nice. Right, next up is the Isaria Colour and Range Extension. This is by Achimobile, 6.75 megabyte on the download. You're going to find these under miscellaneous. Now these, if you play with precision farming, are ace. Because obviously you need to do your soil sampling and you have that little round circle of where the soil sample's taken from. These extend it. And it's all in the name. So you've got the Scout M32.5, so it's a 32.5 meter radius on that one. 65 meter radius on the Scout L65. On the XL130, 130 meter radius. 260 meter radius on the XXL. And then obviously the Proactive is what you do when you're looking at the crops itself. But these are ace. If we go into the first one as well, you can change the colour. Main colour, you go for whichever one you want. Change this to main frame. Oh, that's ace. And then we'll go with purple on that one. Changes the cover. That looks ace on that mesh. Oh, I like that. And then design colour, we'll go with a yellow to mix it up a little for all the pipe work. I mean, all the options are the same on the colours, but that adding the range extension, I mean, 260 meter radius with that one. That's going to make precision farming a lot easier, I must admit, especially doing your soil samples. Oh, I like that. Then on the Proactive, the other option you got configuration standard, 10 Winkle FGB 600s, that adds a weight to it. Then you got the pack 750 weight, pack 1000 weight, pack 1500, 2500, or back to standard. So you can have that on the front and your weight all in the same combination. If you play with precision farming, these are going to be a must for you. Very nice. Right, next up is the KR 2.1. This is by Jarvis One, 4.57 megabyte on the download. You're going to find it under subsoilers, and the name gives it away. 2.1 meter working width. Oh dear, 100 horsepower comment from your tractor. 6 mile an hour working speed. 3.5 grand to buy. The only option is to change the main colour to any one of those. 2.1 meter though. Dear, oh dear. And it doesn't get much better with the next one because it's the Lizard Z229. This is by now Zimowojonic. I apologise if I pronounced that incorrectly. 3.68 megabyte on the download. You're going to find this under Tedders. 35 horsepower requirement from your tractor, which is alright because you can use it on old school equipment. But it's a 2.8 meter working width Tedder. Oh dear, 9 mile an hour working speed, 2,800 to buy. Then got options there. Cover 1, 2. I'll put that on the PTO part there. Or 1 and 2. That's it. Fair enough. Main colour. No, gone on the wrong one. Main colour. Any one of those. So we'll change it up to blue. Changes the main framework. Then design colour. We'll go with a red. Changes the frame. No, not frame. Fingers. They are. That's what I was going for. And then rim colour. Obviously does the rims. 2.8 though. Dear, oh dear. Right, our last mod for the day is the Lizard Colossus pack. This is by Chris S and Riley S. 23.28 megabyte on the download. You're going to find the harvester, as you can imagine, under harvesters. And then the header, as you can imagine, under the headers. Now, this is brilliant. We're going to the header first because these are ace. 13.8 meter working width, 10 mile an hour working speed, 72,600 to buy. Then you've got the main options there. Change the main color. Taping. Design color. I've just seen that. Now we're going to have to change that pink up. There you are. Gold. Golden header. Oh, why not? We'll do the rims as well. Oh, that is ace. Golden header. 13.8. Right, and we're coming to the Colossus itself because this is brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. So 900 horsepower, 27 mile an hour top speed, 15,000 litre capacity on the grain tank, 300,900 to buy. But the next option is brilliant. You go for Colossus, standard, fair enough. You go for Colossus high capacity, puts it up to 72,600 litre grain tank. That's got to be the biggest one in the game so far by a mile. By an absolute mile. That is huge. I think the biggest one on console anyway is something like 27,000 on the John Deere. This is like nearly 3 times. That is ace. Oh, definitely. Oh, that is brilliant. Usual shenanigans with your wheel brands and the tyres. You come down to beacons. You got halogen, LED or halogen, window tint standard, dark or standard, main colour. Yes. Oh, ace. Design colour. It's got to be done. It's got to stay to that. Framework. Obviously. Going to do the framework. And rim colour just to match it all up. Oh, that is ace. Oh, I do like that. I mean, to be fair, 72,000 on the grain tank capacity. That is brilliant. I think this may be my new favourite harvester. Brilliant. Right, we've also got some maps. We've got the Arecibo Observatory Memorial Map. This is by Zeros Holtz-Welton, 65.24 megabyte on the download. We'll take a look at that in a separate video. And we've got the Plantation by Gamer Designs, 81.48 megabyte on the download, and we'll see that in a separate video. We've got a couple of updates. So the first one is the Composter by Zodelzocht, the Lizard Cultivator 2.5M by Camus and Kayosi, the Lizard LZ150 by Sloitches Modding, the Lost Corner by Design Farming and Tina Inc. And it does say you may need a backup. Alright, fair enough. And the last one today is Riverview Farm by Cavalier Roy. Now, it does say this is a save game compatible update. So that's ace. So that's your mods done for you. Drop it in the comments below. Which one's your favourite? We'll see what people are looking at. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. It's muchly appreciated. But for me, that's it for today. And I'll see you in the next one.